My sisters and brothers, I greet you all with the love and peace of the Lord. I invite you to meditate together with me on the Holy Word of God of 4th March 2021. The focus of our reflection: those who place their trust in the worldly things and spend all their time and energies over the temporal pursuits and interests will meet a fateful destiny. The first reading from Jeremiah declares one of the most fundamental principles and contrasts of life. Trusting in one's own self and the world on one hand, and on the other hand, trusting in God. Trusting in self or the world and investing and consuming all the energies over self and worldly interests may bring temporary profit and satisfaction, but the end is disastrous. Not only the end, but also the way towards the end. Those who vainly pursue the human and earthly concerns are like bush in the desert, dry and barren, and eventually drained and dead. But those who are oriented to God in trust and loyalty are like the plant by the streams, ever green and fresh, ever flourishing and productive. The same theme of faithful end of trust in one's own self and the world is powerfully illustrated in the Gospel by the parable of the rich man and poor Lazarus. The problem here is not the matter of having more riches, but the real problem is placing too much trust in the things of the world. It is the neglect of God and a total lack of sensitivity and concrete concern toward the needy. The rich man was totally tied up with his own self, his self-comfort and enjoyment. He could not rise up to God, or at least could not reach up to the poor Lazarus. Hence, their ends are reversed. The high rich man languishes in the bottoms in the fires of hell, and the low Lazarus rejoices in the heights in heavenly joys. This parable is the clearest mirror of our own society. We live in a society which is steeped into an abyssal indifference and selfishness. It is no more a story of a certain rich man in the gospel, but is the replica of the live heights of unconcern and insensitivity. And now the direction and the directive for our life: one reaps what one sows. We cannot expect to reap a rich harvest of real joy and God's blessing if we have planted a scanty, a little crop of goodness and devotion, whether on earth or in heaven.